All right, guys, what's going on? Jeremy Lafrentz of Backstage Entertainment. We're actually with Aaron with Awolnation. Aaron, what's going on?
How are you?
Good, good. We are at Sokol Auditorium tonight here in Omaha, Nebraska. You guys are performing tonight, and show, I'm sure, this morning, it was 100 tickets left, so I'm sure it's sold out now. What's kind of the feeling like, hearing about, sold out shows that you guys are playing?
I'm so used to being in other bands in the past, and from my earliest band being 12 years old all the way up till now, used to not even playing a venue where people actually count tickets. So to hear that there are this many tickets sold is an absolute blessing to me, and something I'm still getting used to having this many people be interested in what we're doing. So it feels great.
Yep. And I mean, you've kind of touched on it already, and that was my first question: is what being in other bands? I mean, you've grown up with music and everything. How did you think that Awolnation would make it big this fast?
I didn't know if it would make it at all. I just at this point only kind of going through a bunch of failure stuff before, not quite doing well enough to continue to pay the bills with the other bands. I didn't have any expectations other than trying to do the very best I could, with the songs I was writing. I didn't really have many expectations at all. I was just trying to do good, honest work, and make the song sound as good as possible. I have all these ideas, and you never know if people are going to like it. I can't say that one of you guys will like a song automatically. You never know. It's sort of the mood and the feeling. Yeah. So I feel extremely lucky and very blessed that it's gone like this for me.
Speaking of one of your ideas, one of them that really hit with a lot of people is the song "Sail." Did you think that would be the song that would do it out of all the other ones that you've kind of been writing and all that?
No, I didn't think that. I've said it a million times. I think that I just another song that I thought was I was proud of it and I liked it, and I was hoping that the few people who cared at the time, which were mainly friends and family, and my peers, I was hoping they would think it was a good song, not necessarily that it would have some sort of commercial success whatsoever. I never really expected that, nor did I necessarily want that. I just wanted to make the best song I could make, and it ended up being the one that kicked the door open for us. So I'm very grateful, and I'm glad it was that song and not if it was like the one ballad on our record or something, that I think it'd be difficult to be for people to be anticipating the ballad all the time. So luckily when we play that song, it still has a good amount of energy. So I'm very pleased that that's the one that kind of made all this happen for us, or at least started it.
Yeah. Now you've probably done this before. You've searched the song "Sail" on YouTube. Now there's one by user Nana Lou, and then your guys's, which Nana Lou has 44 million views and yours has 16 million views. Do you have anything to do with Nana Lou's video, or did you see the comparison there when you search it?
Yeah. See, I think what happened is she was the first person to make a video for "Sail." So sort of like a fan video thing, and so when people first searched it, it just got enough heat as the song started to do well that people just end up seeing that, first. And
is it humbling for you to see fan videos like that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't, the fact that anyone was even typing our band name in Google search at all was what was shocking for me. And it's interesting. There's still a lot of people that think that's the actual video.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's okay too. Just happy to be in the position to have this conversation and all.
Yeah, exactly. Video for "Kill Your Heroes." You guys have like a Mr. Rogers neighborhood theme behind that. Where did that idea come from?
I've always had a lot of respect for Mr. Rogers, and there's a great documentary about him as well that I encourage everybody to check out. And it just seemed like it's kind of an intense song lyrically, so I wanted to throw more of a lighthearted vibe towards the visual of it, just to kind of keep it easy, because I never expect lyrics to be taken literally, nor have I ever taken them literally with other songs I've liked. And I don't know, it's really hard to make a good serious video, and I've always had the most enjoyment watching Spike Jonze videos and all the Weezer videos and the Beastie Boys videos. Like, I don't really need to convey some sort of serious story or do some sort of dramatic acting. I don't think I'd feel comfortable with that. Who knows, maybe I will someday, but it's supposed to be lighthearted, and that was really my only intentions.
Yeah, definitely. So March 2011, you guys came out with Megalithic Symphony. Coolest coolest place, like one of your songs, I mean, probably going to be Sail, but where has one of your songs been used that you were just surprised and you just thought that was really awesome?
There's the shortstop for the Los Angeles Dodgers. He has been walking out to Sail this season, and he hit a home run yesterday. And my dad called me and texted me 2 times. So that was the most surprising and maybe my favorite usage of it, even though, you know, it had nothing to do with us like making $1 off it or anything like that. It was just kind of a cool, interesting moment to hear about, you know.
Right. Now, let's talk kind of a touchy subject here. You guys last night had an opportunity to play for Q98.5, the radio station here in Omaha, and kind of explain to the fans, you know, kind of what went down and anything you want to touch on, because we've seen there's a somebody must have recorded it. There's a video out there on YouTube, of course, like everything gets captured nowadays, but basically saying that you guys didn't perform or something. I guess you tell your side of the story and whatever you want to kind of talk about.
I mean, I really won't tell my side of any story because there's only one side, and that's the truth. Exactly. But I'll say that every once in a while you have a bad day at the office, right?
Yes.
Or at work where something doesn't go right, and that was one of those. It was in a very unfortunate instance where we would never want to let any of our fans down, nor do I believe that we have yet. And so it was unfortunate that the radio station wasn't willing to compromise in a very simple way to make it very possible. And before I really had the opportunity to make a final decision on a very, very serious moral decision, the decision had been made for me instead of any sort of compromise at all. And that's all I'll ever say about it again, and I refuse to ever talk about it again, except to say that I'm so sorry if I hurt anyone's feelings, and we promise to make it up to you one way or another, and that's all I'll say.
Yeah. Well, like you said, people have bad days at the office, so I'm glad you shared your story about, like you said, the truth, of course. So thank you very much for that. Let's do a couple fun questions here. Sure. We have what's called our BSE box, which our fans have known that they can like our page on Facebook and get their questions in here. You do a couple, however many you feel, but they're just questions that fans have submitted. So,
if you could play a show as any other band, who would it be?
So if you could be in the shoes of some band.
Right. Good question, because I could go so many different directions. I mean,
yeah, definitely.
Does it have to be a band? It does have to be a band. It's not a pop artist, because you know you could go like
anybody.
Michael. Well, yeah, okay.
Let's do that. Dead or alive. Let's go that route.
I mean, you know, I would have to either go with the Beatles, of course.
Yep.
Probably as John. You know, but it would also be incredible to, like, you know, be the drummer of Rage Against the Machine when they started to blow up and have really cool shows, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But, you know, it'd be great to be Michael Jackson so I would know how to truly dance better than anyone. You know, that'd be really wonderful.
Definitely.
So there's a lot of different reasons. I mean, you know, off the top of my head, I would have to be John, I think, just to be, you know, just to see what was around me and be a part of that such a special time in music.
Just a day in his
But then what about I could be James Brown? I mean, that would be incredible.
Yeah.
I would be the best.
So many options out there.
I'd be the king. So yeah, I don't know. It'd be great to be Phil from Pantera, you know. That'd be really fun. So I don't, you know, the answer is I would be a lot of different people. That's the answer. Okay.
Okay, like I said, you do as many as you want to do. Right. Tell us when to stop.
All right. What's the craziest thing that happened at one of your concerts? Skip.
Skip. No.
That's just a boring question. You know?
Good.
What interview question do you hate to answer? Okay.
Did I ask one? Be honest.
Close, but not really.
Okay, good.
The question about Sail, am I surprised by that? That I've answered that a lot, but I'd like to answer that one.
Okay.
Where did you get the band name from?
Exactly.
It's ridiculous. I mean, any band name out there, you could pretty much Google search the answer to that really quickly. You know what I mean?
So I like the interviews you do.
Exactly.
That's
so
why we stay away from.
I'd rather entertain, you know, new thoughts and you know, I don't want to bore anyone. Anyways,
no,
you know.
I appreciate your honesty.
Maybe this is the last one.
Okay.
What's the craziest thing you've seen a fan do? Skip.
Okay, another skip. I'm liking this honesty here.
What's your favorite place to eat while on the road? Skip, because I just eat sushi, you know, whenever I can. It's simple.
Nice.
Okay, what would you be doing as a career if you weren't doing this? Obviously, the answer is I have no idea, but to get creative, I mean, it would have to be something where I was able to surf still and you know, have some sort of freedom regardless of how much money I had to make. You know, I'd much rather have no money and be free to do explore the ocean still once in a while, rather than, you know, have all the money in the world and not get to surf. You know, so something where I could surf enough that if it could fulfill my soul enough that I don't lose my mind, because I already almost lose my mind not being able to surf on the road. But music is the other parallel of what moves my soul equal to surfing. So
Awesome.
I guess what I would be is a surf bum.
There you go.
That's what I would be. Yeah.
That'd be fun. All right. So
no
lastly,
I need to get my fishing skills up so I could eat.
okay.
Though. That's
There you
the
go.
thing, yeah.
All right. Lastly, just a message for the fans out there. Anything you want to leave them with?
Oh, I just would definitely thank anyone for ever listening or taking the time to check out this interview, and you know, welcoming any of these songs or anything that has to do with the Awolnation into your lives, especially your daily lives, and I really appreciate the support, and it's very humbling and unexpected, but very well received. And you know, I'm very sorry that circumstances happened the way they did yesterday, but we promised to make up for it tonight, and I think we got to make up for it earlier by playing our sound check for a bunch of folks that weren't able to make it, or that happened to be at that thing yesterday. So
Yeah.
that's where we're at, and you know, hopefully everybody can move on. You know.
There you go. That's all you can do. Move on. Well, guys, once again, Jeremy Lafrentz, Backstage Entertainment, Aaron with Awolnation. Check them out. Hey everyone, make sure to like Backstage Entertainment on Facebook to see our photos, to enter yourself into contests for autographed prizes, and other news. Also, make sure to click the subscribe button on YouTube to check out the rest of our videos. And you can find us on Twitter to get updates about what we're doing. For Backstage Entertainment, this is Jeremy Lafrentz.